adding her surname or use. Move to the first paragraph, and in this kind of paragraph to mention greetings and the reason for writing this letter. As you can see in this paragraph, they are thank you for your letter. As opening remarks, I'm sorry I didn't answer earlier, but I was very busy with my end of term exams. These are all examples for the opening remarks, and you can change them as you like by using how are you, I hope everything is well, how's your family. You can use any option. In this paragraph you need to write or mention why you are writing this letter, which we call reason for writing. And here we are going to describe our best friend. In the second paragraph, we are going to mention two types of information about our friend. First of all, you should tell us who's your name, and in this case, it's Susan. We are going to mention the physical appearance, how she looks from the outside, and how she likes to dress, the types of clothes she likes to wear. Her name is Susan. She's quite good looking. This is a physical appearance description. Her age can be changed. You can say 12 years old, you can say 14 years old, you can say 16 years old, as you wish. Now we are going to mention or in detail the descriptions of this girl. She has brown eyes, shoulder length, dark hair, and what you notice about her is her height. How tall is she? These descriptions can be changed. You can say instead of brown eyes, she has blue eyes. Instead of shoulder length, dark hair, you can say she has long fair hair or long red hair. You can say instead of her height that she's quite tall for her age, you can say she's tall and slim, or she's short. You can also see that she's described how fit she is. She's slim, very slim and fit. Now we move to the types of clothes she's wearing. She wears casual clothes such as jeans and trainers. These are the types of clothes, and these are examples for the clothes she likes to wear. In this case, you can change casual clothes. She likes to wear dresses, skirts, trousers. What does she like in general? So you can change your options. After this, we move to paragraph 3. In paragraph 3, you need to mention the personal qualities of your friend and what does she like to do in her free time. What kind of activities and sports she likes to practice. Look at the paragraph. Susan is sociable. This is very this is a description of her personality. Outgoing. She loves chatting on the phone with her friends, taking part in team activities, especially sailing, volleyball. These are sports. Her strongest point is her sense of humor. These are personal qualities. Of course, in the similar to the second paragraph, you can change all of these. Instead of sociable, you can use she's polite, she's friendly, she's trustworthy, she is quiet, cute, she gives good advice. You can use whatever personal qualities represent your friend the most. Okay. Now, in the last paragraph, not the last paragraph, in paragraph number 4, here you should mention how you feel about your friend. Why do you love her so much? Okay. So in this paragraph, you should give us an explanation about your relationship with this girl. In this case, Susan is very special person. She means a lot to me. That's not enough. We need to know the reason for that. We are maybe as different as chalk and cheese, but we are inseparable, and nothing is more fun than being together. So they like the opposites of each other. You can say, I love my friend because she is trustworthy and she gives me the best advice when I need her. She is a very responsible girl. Last paragraph, as always, it's the closing remarks. And in your closing remarks, you can always ask your friend to write back and tell you about her conditions, her friends, her daily routine, and such, etc. You can end this letter with love, best of luck, yours, take care, any kind of informal ending, and you should mention your name without your surname, only Tanya, only Sarah, without the family name. Our next example is the letter of daily routine. As the former letter, it is an informal letter, and you can see that from the way we start our letter by using Dear Emily without the surname, and by ending with our name and best wishes. This is the way we start and close our informal letters. In this letter, we have 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph, as usual, is the greeting, opening remarks, and reason for writing, why you are writing this letter. You can use hi, how are you, hello, and you can ask about her conditions, how's your family, how's everything going on, how's your midterm exams, and why you are writing this letter. In this case, I'm going to tell you about my daily routine. I'm going to describe what I do every day. In the second paragraph, you are going to tell us about your routine, the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep. So in the second paragraph, it's the daily routine you do every day. For example, I'm really busy. College life is very exciting. There's so much to do. I get up at 8 o'clock. So the moment she wakes up. Lecture starts at 9:30. I spend most of my afternoon. So most of her afternoon, this means that it is a habit, something repeated, something like daily routine for her. In the library, she spends her afternoons in the library. I'm taking 6 different courses this term. So in this term, she has the same 6 courses all through this term. Of course, in the exam, you need to expand. You should mention what you do every day. For example, I wake up at 6 o'clock, I wear my clothes, I wash my face, have my breakfast, and go to school. I come back at 2:30 or 2:35, have my lunch, do my homework, take a nap, watch a movie, go to sleep, pray, of course, all through the day. So it is according to what you do every day. Don't forget that in the language in this paragraph is going to be simple present, which means that you are going to use the verb in the present form, such as here, get up, such as here, spend. Okay, so it is going to be all the phrases, all the sentences are going to be in the simple present. And don't forget to use adverbs of frequency such as always, often, usually, etc., which were given to you through the term. Now, in the third paragraph, you are going to tell us about your weekend activity and what you are planning for them. What are your plans for them? Look at this paragraph. At the weekend, I do some part-time waitressing. So here, she has a part-time job only on the weekends. As you can see, I'm working very hard these days, but it's not all work and no play. Tonight, this is a plan. Tonight, I'm having dinner with some classmates. So here, in this paragraph, the writer described what does she do usually on the weekend, which is doing her part-time waitressing, and she's describing the work. She's working very hard these days. Then she's moving to the plans, her plans on this weekend. She's going to have dinner with some of her friends. Of course, you can change all this information with your own details. At the weekend, I go to visit my grandparents with my family. We meet our relatives. We exchange ideas and events. Tonight, I'm going to watch a movie with my family, and whatever plans you need to do or you usually do. Notice that in this paragraph, it's not the simple present anymore. It is the present continuous. When I'm using I am working, I am having dinner. So it is the present continuous form, which is any be form, such as am, is, are, plus the verb plus ing. In the last paragraph, it's as usual, closing remarks. You ask her to write back and tell you about her daily routine or how she spends her time. I'd better finish here, Sarah. My flatmate is calling to come and help me. Come and visit her. So you are asking your friend to come back with a response or with a visit. Always end with your name, not your surname. The third example is letter giving advice. We always face problems in our lives and we always need help with them. This is also an example for the informal letter. As you can see, we start with Dear Sally without a surname, and we end our letter. We are going to end our letter with all the best and our name. In this letter, we are going to have 3 main paragraphs. As you can see here, the first paragraph is going to include, as always, greetings. Hi, how are you? Opening remarks. I've just got your email. I was sorry to hear you are worried about your weight. Of course, your weight, this is the problem, which can be changed to any other problems according to the question in the exam. So take care not to copy the same problem. It is going to be changed according to your question. Now, you should always show simple, as here when we say, I was sorry to hear you are worried about your overweight or your weight, which is our problem. Now, in any case, there are lots of things you can do to lose weight. Here, we are going to introduce the idea of giving advice. We are writing our reason of writing, which is giving advice. Lots of things you can do to lose weight, or you can say, I'll try to help you with some advice, which is considered to be the reason of writing. In our second paragraph, which is the most important paragraph in the text, we are going to give her at least three advice. And we should mention the justification, the effect of this advice on your life, why you should follow our advice. Look at this paragraph. What you should do, this is the phrase we are going to use. What you should do is eat healthy diet. Here, this is the first advice, with lots of fish, fruit, and fresh vegetables, instead of junk food and sweets. This is going to be our first advice. Look at the justification. If you do this, this is the justification, you will soon lose weight. So if you follow the diet, you are going to lose weight. This is the effect of having a healthy diet. And you will look and feel much healthier too. Another advice also, which here, the advice, you could also exercise more and walk whenever possible rather than going places or bus. So this is the second advice, and this is the phrase used. This is the second advice which is given to us. That way, as you can see here, this is the justification. You will burn calories and get your body back in shape in no time. So here, this is the second justification, and this is the phrase we used. You should always use the phrases to introduce your advice. In this case, what you should do for the first advice, and you could also exercise, this is the second advice. Look at the justification. If you do this, this is the phrase used to show the justification, and that way you will burn calories. So these are different phrases which we can use to introduce our advice and justification. And you can go back to your book and find the other phrases used, such as this way, that way, it would be a good idea, all the other phrases mentioned in your book, and which were given to you in the through the term. So the second paragraph includes the advice and the justification. Both of them are important. Don't write less than 2. We require you to write 3, but don't write less than 2 advice. On the third paragraph, you are going to close the letter, and you want her to give you feedback. You want your friend to show that it's worked or not. So in this case, in the third paragraph, you should always ask for feedback. I know it's hard to do at first, but believe me, it will work. This is a closing remark. Good luck. And don't forget to let me know how you are getting on. This is asking for feedback. Asking your friend to tell you what happens with her, or if the advice worked with her. Of course, these are examples. You need to expand and put your own details and make sure that the advice goes hand in hand with the problem. They should be suitable to the problem. So come up with your own advice and make sure that they suit the problem we have. Okay, so at the end, we can end it with all the best. As you can see, all the best, or best of luck, any option you want, and your name only without your surname. And best of luck for all of you in the exams. Thank you very much for listening.